Yashodanandana bhaji janaranja. Yamuna tira vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Giridhari. Yashodanandana bhaji janaranja. Yashodanandana bhaji janaranja. Yamuna tira vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Sham Sundar Radha Sham Sundar Radhe. Jaya Lalita Vishakha Jaya Radhe Sham. Lalita Vishakha Jaya Radhe Sham. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपाचार्य अष्टोत्तर कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सही ठाकुर प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शीलादास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा से अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि से वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथा धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम से जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। जय श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। युगधम हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा की जय। श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। गौरनिताय की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय। निताई गौ सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे। All goes to assemble today. All goes to assemble. All goes to assemble. All goes to Guru and Gaurang. Hare Krishna. So, welcome all the Vaishnavas, all the Vaishnavis here in the evening Bhagavad Gita session in the Krishna Balaram temple, ISKCON Vrindavan. We welcome all of you and also the online viewers who are connected with us in the evening session. So let us offer Mangalacharan first. Gurve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaye Tadalhe Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah. Om Agyantimradhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurmiltam Yen Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uta Padkamlam Sri Gurun Vaishnavaksacha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saigan Ragnatvitam Tam Sajivam Savdetam Savdutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saigan Lalita Sri Vishakha Navitakcha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pisthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshtarine हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत तमोस्तुते प्राप्त कांचन गौरांगे श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्या नामने गौतशे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभिश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासां ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 17, chapter entitled The Division of Faith. So today we are going to read verse number 20, 17.20. So very important verse for all the human beings, and especially for the grihasthas, those who are in the grihastha ashram. So because they are supposed to give charity. There are 4 ashrams: brahmachari ashram, grihastha ashram, vanprastha ashram and sannyas ashram. So mainly grihastha ashram, they are supposed to give charity and they have to maintain all the ashrams. This is the responsibility of the grihastha ashram. Why? They are responsible because they have got the license for sense gratification. They are for the marriage, marriage ceremony. They accept the grihastha ashram, and so they have to pay the tax because they entered in the wedding life. So this is the tax they have to pay to maintain all the ashrams, brahmachari ashram and vanprastha ashram. And so how to give charity, to whom to give charity, and where to give charity, it's very important. A very important question and very useful for all the living beings. So let us read today's verse. So repeat after me. Datavyam iti yaddana diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Datyvyam iti yaddana diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Datavyam iti yaddana diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Please repeat. Datavyam iti yaddana diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Datavyam iti yaddana diyate nupakarine देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृताम् दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृताम् दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च सात्विकं स्मृताम्. Okay, when you are reciting this verse, diyate anupakarine, but we have to recite diyate nupakarine, where this A, S type A, where it comes, it means this is the silent word. When we break this word, then we will say anupakarine. When we recite, so we will chant diyate nupakarine. Here, where it is A, just like A, anupakarine, just like S, this is the English S. So this is silent. It will remain silent. This is just for your information. दातव्यम इति यद्दानं दीयते नुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. Okay. So, word to word meaning. Datavyam, worth giving. Iti, thus. Yat, that which. Dana, charity. Diyate, is given. Anupakarine, irrespective of return. Deshe, in a proper place. Kale, at a proper time. Cha, also. Patre, to a suitable person. Cha, and. Tat, that. Danam, charity. Satvikam, in the mode of goodness. Smartam, is considered. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Please repeat after me. Charity given out of duty, without expectation of return, at the proper time and place, and to worthy person, is considered to be in the mode of goodness. So, before entering the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we will just try to understand some points related to the verse. So, in the previous chapter, Krishna has established two principles in the chapter 16th. And what is that? That faithful followers of the scriptures, those who are faithful towards the scriptures, followers of scriptures, they are divine. And those who are faithless, they are called demonic. Right? So in short, Krishna described in chapter 16 people of two extremes. Two extremes. Those who have scriptural faith and the faithless, means demonic. Now in this chapter, in 17th chapter, he described those who are in the middle. Those who are middle means those who are with non-scriptural faith. They have faith but non-scriptural. They don't believe in scriptures. So there is so many human beings, they don't believe in but they have faith. Faith in something they put their faith, which are not authorized scriptures, right? So this 17th chapter belongs to those persons whose faith is there, but that is not based on scriptures. So Arjuna's inquiry about the unauthorized worship of those who have some faith which is not based on scriptures. So Krishna spoke about these type of people, about these faith is determined on the three modes. Some are in the mode of goodness, and some are in the mode of passion, and some are in the mode of ignorance. So all chapter based on the three modes. And in chapter 14, we have Krishna has explained thoroughly about the three modes of nature. Now, in the 7th chapter also, Krishna is telling about the three modes, how the person is who is under the influence of mode of goodness or mode of passion, how he is entangled in these three modes. So now, in today's verse, there are three kinds of charity also. Krishna has already spoken about the sacrifice and also about the austerities. Three types of austerities, three types of sacrifice, and now Krishna is going to explain about the three types of charity also. So, charity means, what is the charity means? Charity means voluntarily giving away his material possessions. Voluntarily. So, who can give the charity? Out of 84 lakhs of species, only human beings, 4 lakhs types of human beings can give the charity. But out of 4 lakhs species of human beings, some of them are only civilized and most of them are uncivilized. So uncivilized human beings cannot even think of giving the charity. Their life is just like the animal life. So very few population, they are civilized. And out of many civilized persons, they are not actually attracted to the real you can say the essence of the Vedic knowledge, real essence. They are not attracted to them. So where they are attracted? They are attracted, as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in 2.42 and 43. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचां प्रवदन्ति अविपश्चिता वेदवादरता पार्था न अन्यत् अस्तिति वादिना कामात्माना स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोग ऐश्वर्य गतिम प्रति. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth, being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. So those who are civilized, they are also attached to this flowery words of the Vedas, not the real essence of the Vedas. They are not concerned with that. So, people in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas. भोग ऐश्वर्य प्रसक्ता नाम तया अप्रत चेतसाम व्यवसायत्मका बुद्धि समाधो न विधीयते. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for the devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. And Krishna says to Arjuna, Traigunya Vishya Veda Nistragunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Shem Atmavan. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes. Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So we should know about, here it is mentioned, Satogun, the mode of goodness, mode of passion, charity should be given. So we will discuss further after reading the Prabhupada purport. We will discuss further. So let us read. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Purport. In the Vedic literature, charity given to a person engaged in spiritual activities is recommended. There is no recommendation for giving charity indiscriminately. Spiritual perfection is always a consideration. Prabhupada is mentioning, there is no recommendation for giving charity indiscriminately. Spiritual perfection is always a consideration. Therefore, charity is recommended to be given at a place of pilgrimage and at lunar or solar eclipses, or at the end of the month, or to a qualified Brahmana or Vaishnava devotee, or in temples. Such charities should be given without any consideration of return. Charity to the poor is sometimes given out of compassion, but if a poor man is not worth giving charity to, then there is no spiritual advancement. In other words, indiscriminate charity is not recommended in the Vedic literature. Chalo Prabhupada ki. So, very important verse. So there are two kind of activities the people perform. One is called prayas and one is called shreyas. Prayas and shreyas. Those activities which are immediately beneficial and auspicious, they are called prayas. For example, children are fond of playing. They don't want to go to school. and they don't want to go to school and they don't want to receive an education, and they think that to play all the day and night with their friends, this is the main aim of our life. They believe in the prayas. But Shreyas means those activities which are ultimately auspicious. According to the Vedic civilization, a human being must be God conscious, Krishna conscious. He should understand what God is, what are our scriptures, who has given it to us, all the scriptures, why they have given us to us. So this type of jigyasa, inquisitive, this is called Shreyas. So to achieve the ultimate goal of Shreyas or good fortune, one should engage everything in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As Krishna said in the chapter 9.27, Yat karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad juhosi, dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurush mad arpanam. Whatever you do, you eat, you offer, you give away, whatever austerities you perform, do that as offering to me. Why Krishna is saying this? Offer to me. Because giving the charity, except Krishna or the Vaishnavas or the temples, it may become very risky sometimes. When our charity is, when we are expecting that, when we are giving charity and expecting something in return, some more, so it is not that it is not possible. This is the law of nature. When we give some charity, it comes back to us multiple times. It's the law of nature. It's the law of karma. When we give some charity to someone, so, and we are thinking and we are expecting that it should come to us to multiple times, and it is recommended in the Vedas to do charity, and most of the people are doing charity in this mood. So we will get the benefit in this life or after this life, we will get more benefit in the heavenly planets or in the next life. And we are giving the charity to those when it is used in some impious activities, then we will also have to suffer for the multiple times. So sometimes it may become very risky, very risky. As we heard the story of Maharaj Nrig in the Bhagavatam, he was very, very, very most charitable king in this whole universe. He was used to give 100,000 of cows decorated with the ornaments, with the gold, to the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas. Most charitable king. But for some mistake, he was forced to take the body of lizard. This is the story comes in the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam. How he get the body of lizard, because once he gave the cow to the Brahmana and it was mistakenly cow come back in Raja's palace, and Raja again donated to some other Brahmana, and the dispute created between the two Brahmanas. One who has got this in donation first, and then again the same cow was donated to the other Brahmana. So both Brahmanas, they was supposed to come to, they came to the Raj king, and they were not satisfied. And king offered them that, you please, I can give you more cows. Even if you are not satisfied, I can give you 100 cows, 1,000 cows, 10,000 cows. How many cows you want? I can compensate you, but settle this problem. But both the Brahmanas were not satisfied. At last, the king Nrig left his body, and when he reached in the court of Yamraj, so Yamraj, when saw the account of his Nrig, he is a very pious king, and there are so many activities he has done, so he has to remain unlimited time in the heavenly planet. But only the one sinful activity in his account is that he has given the cow which is already given to one Brahmana to the another. So this is a sinful act. So he has to bear for this. And he asked the King Nrig, so you have unlimited time you have to stay in the heavenly planet, so no doubt you are a very pious king. But what you have done is one sinful act, so you have to bear for that. So what do you want to first? You want to go to heavenly planet, or you want to go to the hellish planet first? So king thought that, oh, I have very unlimited time, so first I should accept my sinful act. So whatever I am getting the reaction, then after that I will enjoy my whole life in the heavenly planet. So when he said to the Yamraj, first of all I want to get the reaction of my sinful act, then he was given the body of lizard. And in the Dwarka, he was in the well, so where after so many thousands of years after Krishna came and delivered him. And so this is a very risky to take a Karam Kand. This is called Karam Kand. So the donations, the charity which is given in the account of Karam Kand, it is a very risky sometimes. Actually, there is a one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita spoken by Mahaprabhu, and the same verse also is spoken by Sri Krishna in Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu spoke first in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bharata bhumita hela manushya janamayar janma sarthak kari kar paropkar. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of Bharatvarsh should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. This is a very common verse. And Mahaprabhu also quoted this verse, which is also in the Bhagavatam. This is 1.9.42. Adi Leela, chapter 9 and 42. Etavat janmana safalyam dehinam iha dehishu praner arthe diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. Praner arthir dhiya vacha shreya acharanam sada. It is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence and words. So one has to offer his praner, his life to Krishna, praner. And if he can't do that, if he cannot offer his life to Krishna, then he has to offer arthair, money. And if he cannot offer money, then he has to use his intelligence, dhiya, to satisfy Krishna. And even if he cannot use his intelligence, then vacha, by words, by preaching activities. So he has to engage fully in the service of Lord Sri Krishna. So the same verse is also spoken by Krishna in the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 22 chapter and 35. And Prabhupada also given the lecture on this verse in Mumbai in 1971. So I will read few words from this Prabhupada's lecture. Prabhupada is saying, Praner arthir dhiya vacha, someone should dedicate his life, someone should give in charity to his best capacity. If he has no such possibility of dedicating his life or giving in charity, his wealth, money, then praner arthir dhiya, he can give his intelligence and ultimately he can give his words also. So this movement, this Krishna consciousness movement is very important movement. So somebody should dedicate his life, somebody should dedicate his wealth, somebody should dedicate his intelligence, and somebody should dedicate his words. So suppose one cannot dedicate his life or he has no money, he can give us some intelligence. That if you go to such and such person, or if you do like this, you make your plan like this for pushing your Krishna consciousness. That is also service, intelligence. And if he has no money, no intelligence and cannot dedicate his life, and then he can give his words. What is that? That word is that Krishna says, Sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. So I have come to you, sir, to tell you that you surrender to Krishna. Please surrender to Krishna. So by vacha, by words, we have to preach. Words. There is no expenditure, but you can say. Or you can say, please chant Hare Krishna. I think it is very easy. There is no expenditure. There is no loss. So Shastra give us indication that praner arther dhiya vacha shaya archanam sada. So I am so obliged to you that you are trying your best to push this movement, and at the same time I must say that this movement is very, very important. This is the life-giving movement to the human society. That is a fact. It is not a bogus, manufactured, concocted movement. It is authorized. Krishna says, Sarva dharman paritijya mam ekam shamraja. And we are teaching this philosophy throughout the whole world, and actually from all parts of the world. We are getting devotees who are completely surrendered to Krishna. So, In chapter 18, it is also mentioned in the verse number 5, Yagya dan tapah karma na tyajyam karyam evatat yagyo danam tapascheva pavnani manishanam. Act of sacrifice, charity and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity and penance purify even the great souls. This is the also instruction of Lord Sri Krishna. And but when we are not faithful to the scriptures, we cannot accept all these things which are mentioned in our scriptures in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said, Shraddhaman labte jnanam tatpara Sanyat Indriya. Jnanam ladva param shantim achirana adhikachyati. A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge, and having achieved it quickly, attains the supreme spiritual peace. So, main thing is that we have to reach at the platform of spiritual platform beyond these three modes of nature. Three modes of nature. We have to, our destination is, our goal is to reach beyond these three types of. We don't want to give charity in the mode of goodness. We should not give charity in the mode of Rajogun, passion, mode of passion and mode of ignorance. So in the 14.26, it is also, Krishna says, Macha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samitityan brahm bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service. Praner arthe dhiya vacha. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus come to the level of Brahmana, spiritual platform we reach. When we are doing services for the Krishna or on the behalf of Krishna, we are doing all services. Just like we are doing, just some people who are doing the donation in the temple, they are very much safe. There is no any karmic reaction. No karmic. So we should give the donation to the institutions. And Vedic scriptures also says, what is the donation result and what is the result of our doing austerities or doing our japa or our kirtan and reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So what is the difference between the giving charity is for those who are not just have surrendered their life to the Krishna. If they have surrendered to their life to Krishna, so who was given his whole life to the Krishna, then there is no need of giving the charity. It is already, it is for the purpose of Krishna. So here the Vedic scriptures also says, very important verse, Gokoti danam grahane khagasya prayaga gangotaka kalpa vasha yagyanatam meru suvarna danam govinda kirte na samam satam saha. Very important. Even if one distributes 10 million cows, even if one distributes 10 million cows in charity during an eclipse of the sun, or lives at the confluence of the Ganges and Yamuna for the millions of years, or gives a mountain of gold in sacrifice to the Brahmanas. Mountain of gold. Sumeru mountain. Gives a mountain of gold in sacrifice to the Brahmanas, he does not earn 100th part of the merit derived from chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very important.
Today is the right day, exact date,
Makar Sankranti. Gokoti Danam Grahane Khagasya Prayaga Gangodaka Kalpaha Vashaha Yagya Yutam Meru Suvarna Danam Govinda Kirte Na Samam Satam Shaha. So, our business is chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And our main business is to distribute the Prabhupada books. This is our main business. And if we want to give donation, so also Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sai Thakur asked Prabhupada, in your life, sometimes if you get money, then print my books, and print books and distribute the books. So this is our main business. We want to give charity, or for prasadam also, for distribution of books, distribution of prasadam, and it is very safe when we give our charity to the institute. Construct the new temple also. So there is no chance of karmic reaction there. And today's verse, Prabhupada clearly, first of all, Prabhupada, what mentioned purport? Prabhupada says, in the Vedic literature, charity given to a person engaged in spiritual activities is recommended. Those who are engaged in the spiritual activities, the person. There is no recommendation for giving charity indiscriminately. And Prabhupada also mentioned here in the end, charity to the poor is sometimes given out of compassion. Sometimes you give the charity to the poor, but we don't know where the money will be used. That will create a karmic reaction. If that money is not used properly, that will create a karmic reaction. So, obstacles, yes. Yes, it is a very, very subtle law of karma. Very subtle. Sometimes we think that he is very poor and he is crying, we should give some money to him. And sometimes people also say, why you are making so many buildings, temples? Why don't you give them, supply them food? Hospitals. But this is a number one hospital. ISKCON temple is a number one hospital where we cure the disease and uproot the whole disease of our, which is, we are entangled in this material world. Bhav rog. Here the curement is bhavrog. The birth and death, cycle of birth and death. So, दातव्यम इति यद्दानम दीयते नुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानम सात्विकम श्रम. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness. Mode means mode means that is also bondage. Mode of goodness also bondage. That is also entanglement. We have to give the charity when we are giving the charity above mode of goodness, above, transcendental. That is important. If we are giving food to the poor, that is the charity in the mode of goodness. And when we are giving offered prasadam to the poor, that is above the mode of goodness. This is a very subtle thing we have to, general people don't understand this. We are saying we have giving so many people, we have given the food, they were hungry, but there is karmic reaction. If you are giving only the food, what is 3.13 verse? 3.13, what says? Very important verse. यज्ञ शिष्टाशिना संतो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकल विषय भुजन्ते तो अघम पापा ये पचन्ते आत्म कारणात्. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kind of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice, first offered to Krishna. Then they are released from all kinds of sins. If it is not offered to Krishna, then otherwise who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. So this all things we have to understand what we have to distribute, where we have to distribute. Okay, so we finish here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is there any question, any comments? Okay, thank you very much. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare